Parkinson will hold at just past the 35-yard line. Pete Gogolaki's had problems. He's 1 for 6 this year. And it's good. From the 36-yard line, Pete Gogolak hits. And with timeout, the score is the Giants 3, the Cowboys 3.
Well, hello. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. Welcome to the Gridiron. And before we get started, I just want to say thank you so much to everyone out there who's been watching my videos. Thank you. If you can maybe give this video a thumbs up or possibly leave a comment below or maybe even share this video, it would mean so much to me. But anyway, just thank you so much for just taking time out of your day to check out this video. Thank you. All right, well, New York Giants. Day 3 is come and gone, guys. It's just like Christmas. The build up, and you can't wait for it to get here, and the presents and all of that stuff and everything. Before you know, bam, it's gone. It's like, what? 3 days, come and gone. And we have, the New York Giants have 11 new members on the team. Obviously not guaranteeing all of them are going to make the team, but, you know, there's a good shot. Especially, you know, when it's a new regime coming in, you know, Shane and Dable, these are the guys that we scouted, we picked out, we thought that we can build a team around and all that stuff. The guys he brought in, the 11 and bringing in, and possibly, you know, we got the college free agents draft going on too. You know, these 11 guys, a good chance are going to make the team. You got a very, very good chance. But for day 3, all right, rounds 4 through 7, all right, Giants had 6, as Joe Shane likes to say, 6 bites at the apple. They had 2 picks in the 4th, 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. The 1 in the 6th was pick 182. So we had 11 picks in the top 182. So we had, you know, we pretty doggone good. You know, can't complain. Basically, like 1 out of every, like, I'm going to say, what, 16 players? Somewhere around there. 1 every 16 or 17 players we had a pick. So in the top 182, that's pretty good. So that's pretty good. Now, with their first pick in the 4th round, pick number 112 overall, we finally took a tight end. All right, Daniel Bellinger. All right, from San Diego State. He's a very good athlete. Right, he's a decent blocker, but he has some things he has to work on. He had 0 drop passes this past season. All right. He had 31 receptions, 353 yards, and 2 touchdowns. They run the ball a lot, so, you know. He's 6'5", 255 pounds. All right, he apparently won't create many mismatches or anything in the passing game, but you know, he's pretty good. You know, this guy's, I mean, possibility of being excited about this guy. Now I'm going to read. This is from the NFL Network, NFL.com. They got like little reports on the guys here. Let's see here. His strengths: well-proportioned, muscular build, patient, poised, getting into block fits, features strong hands and contact balance to sustain his work, technically sound when asked to help in pass protection, nimble, agile feet as a route runner, generally clean getting in and out of his route breaks, quick catch to run transitions underneath, shows ability to get big in contested catch battles. He's got good hands, big hands, over 10 inches, big, good, you know, that's good. That's positive. His weaknesses: needs to stay lower for longer when getting into the block. Could use greater effort to win with the block and not just a stalemate. Inconsistent angles leads to diminishing success on backside cutoff blocks. Field demeanor runs a little hot and cold sometimes. Average get off over the top of linebackers and below average elusiveness after the catch. So he's not faking nobody out once he catches the ball or not like that. I mean, they ran the ball a lot. I mean, he was a decent blocker, but he has some things he needs to work on. But I mean, at the pro level, you know, he can start working and developing on that, all that, everything. You know, he's one of them that he might really work well if he's got. If the other teams are so worried about Kadarius Toney and maybe Wandale Robinson and Kadarius Toney, Saquon Barkley, all these other guys, and if maybe you put him in there, and they put maybe their worst coverage person on him, he might have a good day with him and all that. But he's got some things to work on. But I mean, he's a very, very good athlete. So I mean, that one, that's he can work himself into a decent, possibly a decent tight end. I'm not saying Jason Kelce or not like that, but he can possibly work into a decent tight end. But it would help also if we got another tight end too. Some maybe next year in the draft, pick like an Evan Ingram type of guy who can just fucking burn, something like that. Then we had Dane Belton. Then we finally got ourselves a safety. Pick number 114 in the 4th round. Let's see, he was fast, 4.43. Gotta give him that. All right. His strength, size, physicality to improve as a tackler. Play strength for coverage on wide tight ends. Physical with his route redirection and zone. Crowds target as early as possible inside the route. Marries zone movements to the quarterback's eyes. Overlaps coverage underneath to make plays in physical passing lanes. Plays with ready hands to intercept what comes his way. All right. Does a good job imposing size to disrupt catch attempts. And talent to locate and track the football downfield. Right? But he's got some weaknesses here. Instincts from high safety are a work in progress, so you want him kind of in the box, or close as you can. Keep Xavier back there. Right? Loses track of the deepest target responsibility. That's not very good, especially when you're a safety, your last line of defense. Lacks the athleticism and speed for expansion coverage. Below average bounce and suddenness underneath. Takes flat angles on the route, which is not good, allowing landing space behind him. Fails to consistently read and react to run keys. Has no idea where the football is at times. And needs to learn to attack and play off the block. I mean, what they got here, they have him as an average backup or a special teamer. So I mean, there's nothing special about him. Look for the Giants to maybe possibly pick up another safety. Especially when some of these veterans maybe get cut loose, possibly, because they just maybe they bring in a safety or something like that, and some of these veterans get let go. So look for something like that. I mean, this guy's going to be probably just some depth. I wouldn't really look in any way, shape, or form for him to come in there and just start, taking the world by storm. He's going to be some depth. All right, then the Giants had back-to-back picks. Pick number 146 was in the 5th round, Micah McFadden, an inside linebacker from Indiana. Okay, average, same thing here. They say average backup or special teamer. While current Indiana head coach Tom Allen coached at South Florida, his son played with McFadden in Plant High School. Allen managed to recruit McFadden to Indiana despite the linebacker being named to the Florida Player of the Year with 211 tackles and 39 tackles for a loss as a senior. So he's very, very good. Let's see. Undersized inside linebacker with adequate diagnosed quickness and downhill trigger. His passivity and indecisiveness against Iowa and Iowa State in particular seemed out of place relative to the rest of the tape. He's very average in the athleticism and speed departments, but is well prepared and exploits soft spots and blocking schemes to make impact tackles behind the line of scrimmage. He's unable to challenge blocks and constrict gaps as a thumper, but he's tough. Okay, McFadden is day 3 value as a backup inside linebacker with core special teams potential. He was a 2-year captain though too. So, I mean, I know that was one thing Joe Shane said at his press conference. He was impressed that he was a 2-year captain. All right, but I mean, same thing. Special teamer, a backup. I mean, that doesn't mean this is written in stone. It doesn't mean the guy can't be a decent starter, but, I don't get, any crazy ideas the guy's going to take the world by storm. They got DJ Davidson, was pick number 147, the pick right after that. We had back-to-back picks in the 5th round. DJ Davidson, defensive tackle from Arizona State. And he's a big guy, 6'3", 327. Okay. Let's see, gap stuffing nose tackle who plays with good strength to disrupt blocking from guard to guard. All right, so Davidson is an early down run defender only, but it can be a handful to get blocked on those downs. He plays on a bulky, powerful base that helps absorb double teams with relative success, and he has the upper body strength to beat a single block. He needs to improve his hand command at the point of attack and learn to shed with better timing to help him finish more consistently. Davidson projects as a backup nose for odd or even fronts. Okay, I mean, so we got Justin Ellis is in there. Okay, so quite possibly we brought Ellis in. Ellison might wind up being a starter, but this guy here might wind up being maybe work his way into the rotation somewhere along the line. Once again, he just seems like he's going to be some depth for us. Okay, it says average backup or special teamer. I'm not exactly sure for a defensive tackle. I mean, maybe field goal block or something. I don't know, but once again, just some depth on the line. That's what it'll wind up being there. Okay, then we went all the way down toward the end here of the pick 173, in the 5th round. Marcus McKethan, guard from North Carolina, big dude, big. He's a big boy. All right, let's see. They got him. It says the same thing here. Average backup or special teamer. All right. He's a 3-year starter now. All right, that was impressive. Offering premium size and length at the guard position. McKethan plays to his size with the ability to mash and move single blocks and double teams. He's best suited for gap and power schemes, but will struggle against moving fronts that force him to react quickly to action in his gaps. That's not good. The pass protection, if they see that, if they see him in there, they know he struggles. Guess what's going to start happening? So the pass protection is going to be a little leaky due to his lack of slide quickness and trouble versus twists. McKethan's blend of size and power should make him a day 3 pick and a future NFL backup. All right, So, I mean, nothing. Just once again, just some depth. Now we have now on the offensive line we got a boatload of depth. I mean, we started with 5. We brought like 4 or 5 free agents in. We drafted another 3. I mean, we got a lot of guys in there now. So that's a good thing. The offensive line ain't fixed. It's still a work in progress. I don't know if it'll ever be where we have our 5. Okay, we're good. Until somebody retires or gets hurt or something like that or whatever. But it's a work in progress. But at least we know we got 2. So we got Glowinski for a couple of years. I think we can get out maybe after 2 years if we wanted to. But Glowinski is a solid guard. So we got Glowinski, we got Neal, and we got Andrew Thomas. I said we got Feliciano, but he's on a 1-year deal. I mean, he might do a nice job, and we can certainly maybe re-sign him. I don't know if we're waiting for Nick Gates maybe to come back to see if he can partake in the center position once again. I said, we got Lemieux as well. He's supposed to be coming back. Maybe he'll have a shot at maybe at the left guard, possibly. So obviously, we're always going to be looking. We're going to have some money to spend next year. So after, possibly after this year's over, we know we got Neal, we got Andrew Thomas. Maybe in the free agency, maybe we pick up somebody else to add another little piece to the puzzle. But we got a lot of guys now for the offensive line. I'm not saying it's a finished product or it's going to be the top 10 offense. I'm not saying that, but now we got players and we got some depth there too. So, but it'll always be. I'm sure it's going to be a work in progress. All right, then we got the last pick that the Giants had is round number 6, and I said earlier, pick 182. I think it was the 3rd pick in the 6th round. So, Darian Beavers, another inside linebacker from, this guy's from Cincinnati. Okay, and he's probably graded out and probably pretty much about the worst out of all of them. You know, let's see here. And they say here, and what they got here is he's a candidate for bottom of the roster or practice squad. So we'll see. He's an inside linebacker with throwback size, but also throwback athleticism that fails to fit cleanly into today's brand of football. Beavers is a phone booth linebacker who's well schooled in taking on and slipping blocks between the tackles, but can be overwhelmed by athletic opponents when forced to move and play in space. He plays too stiff-legged and with a lack of desired agility, which gets him tangled up in traffic more than teams might like. He'll need to lean into a role as a thumper to make a team, which will require improvement in consistently attacking and discarding blockers. Beavers has a challenging road ahead of him, but his background as a core special teamer helps. So he was a special teamer, so I mean that's, you know, that helps. But I mean, you know, once you get into the 6th round, I mean, you know, I mean, there's very few and far between Tom Brady's out there that you're going to find in the 6th round, you know. So, I mean, for the most part, you find somebody in the 6th round, it's, you know, it'd be good if they make the team. And, you know, if they, you know, I mean, I said, you know, hey, look at Tay Crowder. I mean, we had, you know, Mr. Irrelevant from a couple of years ago. He led the team in tackles last year. I mean, he didn't grade out super phenomenally according to Pro Football Focus, but he led the team in tackles, so anything's possible. But according to the NFL.com, you know, they have Darian Beavers here as a, you know, candidate for possibly the bottom of the roster or possibly a practice squad player. Now, it's all said and done, all right, the Giants, they had 11 picks. Okay, they went with 3 offensive linemen. They got a tight end, much needed tight end. Now we got 6 tight ends, okay, but between 4 to tight ends, they got a combined total of 3 catches in the NFL. Not very good. Yeah, we got a wide receiver. Okay, I was kind of surprised maybe they didn't double up on the wide receiver because there was a lot of good depth at the wide receiver position. But on the defensive side, all right, we took 2 inside linebackers. Okay, we took a cornerback. We took a safety. We got a defensive tackle, and we got an edge rusher. So we covered the defense really pretty well. Now Shane got 11 bites at the apple, which is what he wanted. You know. So he got a lot. I mean, we had started with 9. He traded back 2 times in the 2nd round and acquired 2 more picks. So we got to wind up with 11 picks. So now we got, I'm going to say 3 starters. I mean, you know, if you want to, you could say maybe Bellinger might. You know, I mean, he's going to get time in there. I don't know if he's going to work his way into the starting role. I don't know. But, I mean, between Thibodeau, Neal, and Robinson, I mean, I don't even know if Robinson's going to see some time without question. Now, the thing is, if Shepard gets hurt, which he does a lot, if Kadarius Toney decides he wants to play football and he doesn't get hurt all the time like he constantly was getting hurt last year, you know, so Robinson will get in there. You know, is he going to take over as a starting slot receiver? I don't know, since we have Shepard and Kadarius Toney. But I mean, you know, we got a lot of depth. I said, out of all in all, I said maybe we might have 3 starters. You know, out of this. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, Shane and Dable, they brought in their guys. I mean, that's the problem here, is because a new regime coming in. You got, you know, they want their guys in there. So the problem is that, you know, especially in the 5th, 6th round, all that, you're bringing in guys who are going to be backup special team players, okay? And what they're going to be doing is they're going to be taking a roster spot Okay, they're backup special teams players. And they're going to take a roster spot from somebody who was a backup special teamer. So all you're doing is you're replacing one backup special teamer with another backup special teamer. But it's Daboll's and Shane. These are the guys that they want to ride off into the sunset with. So hopefully between maybe this year and next year we'll get enough quality depth in there, and we'll start getting rid of some of the maybe the Gettleman guys, and maybe But all in all, I mean, I'm going to grade it. I'm going to give the draft a grade tomorrow. But all in all, I think maybe got 3, maybe 4 starters out of the draft. So I guess it is what it is, guys. We got 11 bites of the apple. We got 11 new Giants on the football team, and that's not including the college free agency draft too, which I know they signed at least 2 guys, and quite possibly more. Well, as always, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to check out this video. You guys stay safe out there and go Giants. Woo!